Hey guys. I did make it to Central Car Show today. Car drove absolutely awesome. I had a great time there. Granted, not the best weather, but it was his first show. It made it there, and I still have a lot to do. But I in all, I drove. I don't know. 3-4 hours in total in it today on the road, and with my son, and it did awesome. The one thing that happened was the fan relay stopped working at one point, which I noticed. So I just jumped it out, just with a little jumper wire to have fans on my way home. But honestly, this thing really doesn't even need fans. It does, but if I'm just driving normally, it's so open in the front that it runs actually almost too cool. But otherwise, it was awesome today. It was awesome. But this week, I'm going to try to pound a couple more videos out. And there's a couple things I want to do. One being the firewall here. I want to make something, even if it needs, I want it to be removable. This way I can access wires and, wipe, just I have access right behind the dashboard. If I go through as you've seen in one of the last videos, if you go through the glove box door, my engine bay fuse box is in there, and my standalone. But I do want to build something there, because I get caught in the rain again. Thankfully, today wasn't that bad, but I just don't want rain going straight, soaking the standalone and such like that. But not like I sit here and plan to drive the car in the rain, but I just don't know if I want to build something there, just like some rubber or something, just like a flap or something to block the rain, or if I'd build a little lip on this. I'm not sure yet. But I did do the half hood. I don't know if you saw that in the last video. It is removable. I welded a stud through. Just take to pop the wing nut up, and it comes right off. Now, that my plan this week is some type of strip under there. And then I do want to figure out gauges. Even after the swap was done, even my first startup video, my gauges did not work, other than the fuel gauge. Since then, I honestly forgot about it. And then in the midst of getting it on the road, I deleted a bunch of HVAC wires in the harness. And there was like 1 or 2 plugs on the driver's side that I honestly kind of forgot about and just thought they were HVAC related. They could have been, I don't know. But the cluster does not work other than fuel and speedometer. But otherwise, at the end of the day, it's not a huge ordeal. I do plan on eventually going to remove the factory bug speedo and putting in a GPS type of speedometer. And I also want to just do some other little gauges. Like, I'm not 100% sure how or what I'm going to do yet. I really don't want to cut up this bug dash. At the end of the day, even if I cut out this part where the speaker used to be, or just made a little plate just to put a couple of little gauges. To be honest, the really only thing I'm really worried about, I mean, if I would just be able to get like oil pressure and, engine temp, and then my AFR gauge over here. Because as I said, once I cage it, this bar is going to go away. Granted, when the cage comes down, there will be a bar that goes across to the other side to hold the column. But like I said, I have a little more things to do. But this week, I'm going to focus on gauges. I'd like to just get that to work for now. My new turbo and manifold should be here this week. It's supposed to be basically the same exact thing. I'm really hoping the hole I cut in my hood already works, but if not, I will cross that bridge when I get there. But otherwise, is what it is. The intercooler piping and clamps and everything came. My intercooler is there, which I already drilled the holes, does mount down there. I am going to depower the rack. I mean, remove the O-ring and stuff like that and make it a true manual steering car. But then I got some oil leaks to attend to, but I'm going to get to that once I pull the turbo and everything off. I'm not really sure where it's leaking from. I got to do another round of degreasing and going from there, which I did degrease, and I'm sure you can definitely tell the difference. There's an engine there under all that grime that was there. My new variable BMW type TPS throttle position sensor comes tomorrow. But yeah, otherwise, honestly, the car did great. So many questions, so many pictures were taken of it, which, you know, makes me feel great. But yeah, she definitely got filthy today. Then after the firewall little gauges, gonna come in and figure out these panels, what I gotta do here to close off these wheel wells. Also figure out, you know, back right now, I just kind of I put a piece of board in, some, you know, artificial carpet, which I don't really mind, honestly. I kind of like it. But eventually, my battery's still under here. I do want to build a battery box back here. And relocate the battery back here. But just to get it out from under there, out of the car. And but yeah, no, she's honestly, today, it made me feel good that, you know, it all kind of wasn't a total horrible time. But yeah, like I said, I still got my son's seat in there. But yeah, no, I ended up buying a center console off Ruddy. I did actually buy a strut bar from him as well, a triangulated one that goes to the firewall, which I don't have any firewall flex, but with being so cut up, it'll make me feel a little bit better about it. I do believe in my last video I spoke how I was able to wire the factory Miata wiper switch into the bug wiper motor. When testing it at first, like just with a battery, making sure the motor worked, it went through all 3 speeds ahead, but for some reason on the Miata column, not sure if it's my switch or what it is, I only got like high speed, which honestly is fine with me. Once again, it's going to be only if I get stuck in the rain. But yeah, no, this honestly is really coming along, and I can't wait to get it intercooled, get the rest of the sensors I need, and get it properly tuned. I do know I need to do a clutch. Even now, I mean, honestly, I probably shouldn't be beating on it as much as I am. But if I really get on it and let it boost what that gate will let it, it does slip the clutch pretty badly. But otherwise, and the throw bearing's starting to make some noise. But otherwise, honestly, it has been a great car so far. Everything, I'm pretty happy so far with what's being done. The only thing I don't want to say dislike is my headlight setup in this front radiator. I think that just like an afterthought looks kind of ugly. But eventually in time it'll get there. Yeah, guys, this week I will definitely be doing a couple updates, and as long as I go, and I want to start getting better at putting more videos out here of the build of this. This is only the start. Like I said, I built this in less than a month. And it hasn't even been a month that I've had the bug body, and you know, when I bought the Miata. So it's like I said, it's a lot gotten done in a little amount of time. And, you know, I work 40, 50, I mean, I should not say 40. I mean, I work 50, 60 hours a week plus. So this is only in night times while spending time with my family and my kids. And granted, they're in here with me most of the time. But this build is what it's kind of all about. You know, I got to bring my son out. We had a great time at Central Car Show, and hope you guys are along for the ride to see the rest of this build. And, you know, hopefully I get to see you guys at the next show. But